What's good, everybody? RJ Sheldon here, back with another episode of Off the Top Show Spartan Dog Edition. My good brother Tony Lippett is back, aka Lip. What's good, brother? Shit, new vibes, new whole structure.
You feel me?
Going ahead and just doing what it do, man. We just living life, do what we need to do. You see, hat fits better now. Dreads are gone. They might maybe come back in a later life. That's a good look, brother. What's happening?
Hey, man. You know, Chicago boys, they cool. I just rock with the hat, man. Hey, man, with the boy back, man. New cut, man. You know, I had to chop it off one time for the one time. But you know, the wisdom still here, man. Ain't going nowhere, you feel what I'm saying? I'm still thugging it, you feel what I'm saying? But, hey, man, good to be back. Got a long season in front of us. Football season kicking off. And, hey, first of many. What is this be? The first preseason game, well, I think it's August 1st, right?
I think it's like the first or second week of August. I don't know the particular
No,
dates.
No.
Is the first?
You know the like I told you, some teams in camp already.
Oh, yeah, because
they play the Hall of Fame game, the Canton game. So that game, I think, is August 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So them motherfuckers are in training camp.
Brother, it is July 31st.
July 30th. Bro, that's 14, that's 15 days from now.
Crazy.
Like, it's time.
We are here. But let's go ahead and get into it. If I'm not mistaken, the Lions are playing against the Rams in that one, aren't they? Like, they're the ones that pop up right away. I think I saw that when I was just looking up.
I ain't heard what you said.
No, I said I think that game too, the Lions are in that. Chargers. Yeah, Lions versus Chargers the 31st in that Canton, Ohio game. So
yeah, so Lions about to go to camp then. Shit, they either already in camp.
They gotta be there.
Yeah. You got 2 weeks.
Be there.
They definitely in camp either. What's today? Tuesday? So
yep,
they definitely probably reported yesterday or either today.
No, that's crazy. Exciting though, because we all know how much America loves football. We know what it is for us here on this good podcast. But let's hop into it. Detroit Lions last year, offense, unreal. Number 1 in points scored, 33.2. Passing yards, they were second, 263.2. Rushing yards were 6th, 146.4. They were number 1 in touchdowns with 70, which is crazy. 6.2 yards per carry or catch, that was second. And turnovers, they were 20.9. Those stats right there are unbelievable. They had an unbelievable regular season last year. What are we looking this year when it comes to the Detroit Lions? Because the identity is already set that, hey, like, we run the North. And I think that's definitely going to be something that's going to be going on for a long time. Talk to me about your Detroit Lions, man.
Hey, we here, man. Offseason is basically over. It's the season now. So obviously, there's new coordinators. So there's going to be new verbiage, new language, new adjustments, new audibles, new verbiage, terminology, all of those things. So OTAs, they was introduced to the new system. It's not really a new system, but like I said, it's new coaches, so something is new about it. There's going to be new stuff. There's going to be stuff that they did last year that they're going to try to implement, but it might not get carried over into this staff because this staff might not know how to explain it or, really get that point across. And that's where I think the Lions are going to, obviously their schedule is way tougher this year, for sure. They got a tough-ass schedule this year, for sure. So I definitely think they're going to fall back a little bit. I think the division is tougher. I think Minnesota has the best roster, one of the best rosters in the NFL, honestly. Let alone their own division. They for sure got the best roster in their division to me. I mean, obviously it depends on J.J. McCarthy and what he's going to do, but it's going to be hard for him to just not be good unless he's just not good. I mean, you have Addison, you got Hawkinson, you got Adam Jones, you got JJ, you feel me? You got weapons, and the defense is loaded. You got Kevin O'Connell, the head coach, offense coordinator, so they're going to be loaded. But all I say about the Lions, man, the last couple years they have went to the playoffs. They went to the NFC Championship 2 years ago. Last year they lost in the second round, which they should have, won, but they ended up losing to Washington Commanders at home. So that was a bad taste in their mouth. But this is a new year. They're not going to catch anybody off guard. The division is going to have some more to say. You feel me? The division always going to be tough games, no matter if I don't care if it's the Browns versus the Ravens. The Browns are a not so good team, but they're an NFL team with NFL players. Myles Garrett. This ain't college. You can get your ass whooped on any given Sunday. Yeah, like it. Period. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Lions. So far this offseason, the energy of the building is going to be there. Dan Campbell is still there. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what goes on. I got my prediction record. Should I give it out right now?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Probably. My prediction record for the Lions this year was 12-5 or 11-6. That's where I think they're going to end up at. I think they're going to be a double-digit win team, more so on the bottom double digits, 10, 11, 12. That's where they're going to be at. According to, as I'm looking at their schedule, they got a way tougher schedule with some big games on the road and at home. So it's going to be tough, but hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks. So I'm excited to see, what goes on.
No, I can't wait, man. We're here. NFC North, NFL football in general. Can't wait to go ahead and break this down and see what shakes out. I guess we can go ahead and talk about it too, even though we're going to go ahead and talk about it later in this show. Jared Goff, not really a guy that's kind of getting the pub that he needs to. We've all had a list that me and you have put out that we'll talk later. I have him in my top 10. I know you have him in your top 10. Obviously, we'll dissect it. But talk to me about Goff and what he does for this offense, because I feel we need to kind of highlight that a little bit more, because there's people that are really kind of overlooking what he's been doing, not only throughout his whole career, but like his time in Detroit. Like he's been going absolutely crazy, if you want my honest opinion. Like people just like bypass that, you got, Baker Mayfield throwing for 41 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Like Jared Goff did that when he was with the Rams. And he's been doing that even better and have a better completion percentage, touchdown, interception ratio, yards. Talk to me about Jared Goff.
I feel like this is his most important year of his career. I would say that. I think this is obviously the offense coordinator leaving now, most of the offensive staff leaving. They had a great rapport last year with this team. Dan Campbell loves them. This season is going to be more on him than any other season, I believe, in his career, because he is the guy that is going to lead this offense. You feel me?
Right.
And they got a new offense coordinator, but he is the most stable guy in this offense. He is the voice that they're going to be leaning into. Like when we in the third quarter and the fourth quarter on game 8 of the season, game 13 of the season, they're going to be looking at Jared Goff to make plays. They're not going to be looking at the offense coordinator. They're not going to be looking at the scheme. They're going to be looking at, hey, we're going to dial it up like this. We need to see if you can make plays now. Not just timing plays, like make real plays, like lead us in games. Like I know it was to a certain point, like we was like, hey, bro, if the Lions, if they get down in the first quarter, like can Jared Goff throw them back into wins? He's going to have to show that he can do that this year, because I think the defense is going to be the same type of defense that they had last year, maybe a little better, but they still going to give up points and things like that. So, because I don't think their D-line is secure and their linebackers are just all right. He's going to have to take it to another level. Like he's going to have to jump out on teams. He's going to have to play at an MVP level. And I don't just mean going 18 for 18 in the game and, it looks so good. I'm talking about, hey, we were down 12 in the first half. You feel me? Not having a good game, not having it's just not the X's and not the X's and O's. The X's and the O's is kind of like off. Nas goes to the Jimmys and Joes. And he's going to have to be able to come back from those games. He's going to have to be able to throw his team back into these games. He has his weapons. Jahmyr Gibbs, another guy that's going to be an all-pro running back this year. Montgomery, Laporta, J-Mo, Brown, and they just drafted another second-round receiver from, I think, Arkansas. I think it was Arkansas. Drafted him. So, and then the O-line is still the O-line. I think one of the O-linemen retired, but they still had you feel me? Like,
right.
It's gonna be on Jared Goff. He's gonna have to show for real that he can be a top 5 quarterback. Yeah, he's in the top 10, but okay, is there more? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it more to you? I know this is probably like year 8 or 9 or 10 for you. I don't know, but like, is it more on the other side of this coin? Is it something else, or this is just what you is? And I'm not gonna be mad if this is just what you got. But if there is more, we're gonna have to see that more this year. from game 1 all the way to game 17. So I think Jared Goff is a great quarterback, but I said this is one of his most important years of his entire career of playing sports. That goes back to Little League, high school, the Rams, college, all of that. I think this is the biggest year for him because you know the noise around Jared Goff. Like, yeah,
Right.
he's really good, but he'll turn that motherfucker over. He'll throw it to the other team. He'll have bad plays at the bad plays. If he get down 14 zip in the first quarter or 13 zip or 10 zip, it's gonna be hard for him to throw them back in the game. How is he gonna look without Ben Johnson? You feel me? How is he gonna look? You feel me? We gotta see it. I don't even think people put a lot of questions on his name, around his name, but I think I am doing that right now. I think he has to showcase that he can take his game to another level. Or, he can just continue to be Jared Goff. And nothing's wrong with that. All pro. Well, I don't know if you're all pro, but Pro Bowl quarterback. Team is good. Playoff team. I mean, or you can just go win a Super Bowl and be the Super Bowl MVP. It's up to you, man. So I'm excited to see that as well.
Jordan. Jared Goff last year, 4,500 plus passing yards. He was third in passing yards per game with 272, 37 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. I mean, there's obviously that one game, obviously against the was it Houston, where he had like 5 interceptions or whatever it was, if I could recall, or 3 or whatever it was. We shall see, though. I'm right with you. It's definitely going to be a big year, especially in NFC North for all quarterbacks, if you want my honest opinion, but we're definitely going to keep our tabs on that. Moving on over to the Detroit Pistons, pretty big signings. God, I just literally went ahead and didn't have everything up. I deleted it, so pardon me. Chris LeVert signed multiple, obviously, contract. I forget the number on that. Duncan Robinson coming over. Those are two great wing players. If you don't know who Duncan Robinson is, he can shoot the ball at a very high clip. Very high. Play with Miami, and I think for what he can do for that team, definitely provide a lot of shooting, a lot of volume shooting at a high level. Obviously, you have Beasley, but I would take Duncan Robinson over Beasley any day of the week because that boy Robinson has got an absolute clip on him anywhere on the floor, and he can create and do what he needs to do. Chris LeVert, another guy that I think will be really good next decade, can go downhill, can finish. He's been on multiple teams, but I think this is a good fit for him. Both these guys went to Michigan, which is crazy that both of them are now back in Detroit. It's kind of funny how it all works out. But talk to me a little bit about that when you saw that, and your thoughts on this for the Detroit Pistons moving into this season, because we all know what we saw last year. They're going to be one of those teams that are going to finish top 5 in the East this coming year.
Definitely, most definitely. I think these are two really, really solid additions to the team. Karis LeVert, he's been around the league a little bit. Obviously, you said both of these guys played in Michigan. Both was big-time players at Michigan. Well, Karis LeVert was for sure. Duncan Robinson, I think he was a shooter there. He was all right, but I think he kind of got his name out there more so in the NBA than in college.
Yeah.
But Karis LeVert was a bucket at
he was going crazy.
Like he has a 50-point game in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's gonna start, but I do think having him as a secondary guy, a secondary playmaker on the ball, off the ball, can break defenses down a little bit. He can bring that Schroeder effect. Not so much defensively, but offensively, he can bring versatility. I don't think he can run the point or nothing like that, but I do think he can come off pick and roll and maybe kick the ball out or go to the rack and finish with either hand. And I think he got a nice little mid-range game. So I think that is a spark that's a good spark for the Pistons that they can have. And then bringing in Duncan Robinson, like he's just a shooter. They definitely needed shooting. They didn't have a lot of shooting last year. I don't think they had any shooting last year, honestly. Besides Beasley. I mean, obviously Beasley shot the ball well for them last year, and he would have been a great addition for them to continue if he obviously has some things going on.
He obviously has some things going on. That man was out there betting in like a man. You are a crazy man to do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You are nuts.
Damn.
And he ain't even in jail. He out here practicing. Last time I saw it, he was in Miami working out. I'm like, ain't you supposed to be locked up? Like, what's going on? I'm like, man, these NBA players got a lot of pull.
I was there to lock the man up, man. But he was just about to get, you feel me? he was gonna sign a nice little, probably a 3 for 60, something like that. Three for 55, like a nice little $17 to $20 million a year. Man, you can't pass that up. But he kind of, messed that up a little bit. Hopefully, he can get it back on the back end. Hopefully, whatever he's going through is not as big as people make it. I don't know it. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see. I think he ain't good at all, but I don't want to see him not be in the league and not being able to, make his money and do what he love to do. I'm not gonna say he's not good. I just don't like his ass. But that's that. So bringing in Duncan Robinson, he's a shooter. Like, you can't leave him open. Like, and he can come off the screen. He don't need the ball. Like I said, he's just gonna open the floor up more for Cade. He's gonna open the floor up more for Cade. He's gonna open the floor up more for Karis LeVert. I don't know too many other guys they have in there. Maybe a Jaden Ivey if he's able to come back and be a great player. Some of those guys off the bench, that's young guys, they can come in and break down defense. That's playing the summer league right now and played a little bit last year. They have some young guys over there. So see if we can see them take the next step, that'd be good. But I definitely see Duncan Robinson opening up this offense for them and just giving them another, downtown target that they can rely on and that they can believe in. Man, shit. I love it right there. I think those are two really good pickups. I mean, it could have got so much better. Do they still got Tobias Harris?
Let's see.
Because he was on their team last year, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think he got traded or nothing. So he's still on the team.
Let me check here.
Boy, hey.
Yeah, this is his last year, and then he's a free agent after this year.
I rock with Beasley way more than I rock with Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris get on my damn nerves. But I think it's a good addition for the team. Obviously, they're two guys that's familiar with the city, familiar, they can go, they can live in Ann Arbor if they want to, for real. They can go live in Ann Arbor and it's a 30-minute drive, you feel me, from where they practice at, whatever it is. So I'm excited to see what happens with that and how it takes them to the next level. And then, maybe that'll get them around the 2 seed, the 1 seed, or the 3 seed. And, that'll just be good for Cade Cunningham as well. So shout out to the Pistons, man. Big season coming up. Excited. I ain't get Devin Booker, but shit. Hey, I guess Cade got to become a better Devin Booker because he can get better, a lot better this year, and they can make that team that much better as well. So who knows? Detroit basketball. Let's get it.
Man, that's the $1 million question. That's $1 million answer. It's not the question. But I think Cade can definitely go ahead and rise above that. He's only going to get better, and he's definitely going to be one of those guys to go ahead and have that conversation like, hey, bro, you kind of got to take this kid in the perspective of he's kind of the face of the NBA or potentially can have the opportunity to be the face of the NBA because he's one of those players that can definitely do it. Yeah. We shall see. Detroit Tigers still number one in the ALC, 59-38. The last 5 games, though, they've been 500. I think they lost to the Mariners. Let me see. Excuse me, the Marlins, not the Mariners, the Marlins. They got swept by the Marlins, unfortunately. But they went ahead, got back on the Rays, but they got one. They split there, but still first in their standings in the ALC. Overall record right now, they still are 59-38. I think that might be still the best in the MLB.
Ooh.
I think so still, yeah.
No, that's it. Ain't no more. The next team got 58 wins. The Dodgers 58-39.
You're welcome that we swept them when they came to Milwaukee, but that's a whole other topic. They're doing their thing, and shit. Next thing you know, we got football starting, and then that's where it starts getting serious when August starts coming around, and then we got October, and then that's when we got the playoffs going ahead and getting near and dear, and those are some crazy games. Out of all games, people, that you want to watch MLB-wise, tune into them playoffs because now how you look at NBA where it's finals and playoffs and everything matters, boy, everything matters. I wouldn't say the same, but damn near the same when it comes to MLB playoffs because obviously every at-bat, every pitch, every sudden move that you got to make in the outfield can make or break your season to get you in the World Series. So shout out to Detroit Tigers. We'll definitely keep them, on tabs and make sure we're giving you guys info on what's going on with them. With that, obviously taking care of the Michigan area, as we always do. Let's move on over to the Speak On It segment. We'll go ahead and talk about a little NBA and then get in the NFL. And I think, number one, to go ahead and start early, we can go ahead and get this Giannis out of the way. What are you thinking with Giannis out of all the things that are going on excuse me, is he just locked into where he is being in Milwaukee, or what are your final thoughts? I guess because at this point, I feel we have pushed every answer, but you never know. You're a wise man, and you have a lot of things that do think in that beautiful brain of yours on what possible things could happen. But talk to me about Giannis,
First off, shout out for Ice Show Speed being able to get Giannis to come
bro.
on his show and tell him about his future choices of where he's gonna go. You have real deal journalism from motherfuckers from all of these TV shows. All of these journalists can't even get a fucking interview with Giannis, but he can go on the show with Ice Show Speed and talk about his free agency moves. All the game is changing.
Absolutely. Bro,
The
I'm not even
game
gonna
is
lie.
changing.
When I'm like, I'm just, I haven't watched any of that, but I'm gonna say this: that for them to do what they're doing, I have nothing but respect for them because they dedicated their lives at a young age. 7 years ago, everybody looking at him crazy, like, yeah, nah, like that shit ain't gonna work. Now look at him. He just went ahead and had one of the most influential players in the NBA basically tell him what he was doing, and he couldn't get Sham or whatever, ESPN. You see FS1, everyone's cleared out. They not, bro. It is a new wave. Shout out to ISO Speed, bro. That shit was so fire. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the fact that he just goes on and says, like, yeah, like you definitely can come to Milwaukee and come to a game, and saying that, yeah, like I love Milwaukee. I'm not going to. Like basically getting everything just as a conversation that he did. Shout out to him, man. Carry.
Yeah, so like I said, shout out to Ice Show Speed for sure for getting him to come on there and do that. I mean, I previously talked to you about what I think Giannis is going to do. I don't think he's going nowhere. I think if he was going somewhere, he wouldn't be talking. Like, it'd be uncomfortable for him to even be speaking because he'd be like, damn, I'm about to leave y'all. I don't
Right.
want to, you feel me? I don't want to be sitting here rubbing this shit in y'all face doing interviews and asking questions and tweeting and shit. Like, I ain't never seen Giannis Antetokounmpo name pop up on Twitter so fucking much than these last couple months, bro. He been tweeting away. So I just think he's not gonna leave Milwaukee. I think with the injuries, I'm not saying he won't leave because of these injuries to the players in the East, but I do think that is a reason why he would consider staying there more, staying in Milwaukee more.
Excuse me.
I don't think he had a problem with them getting rid of Dame. I don't, bro. I think he kind of made it seem like he did on the internet so people can say that shit. But I don't think he had a problem. Like, I don't think he was like, oh my God, like, I'm definitely leaving y'all now since y'all let go of Dame Lillard. Like, I don't think he ever, like, that shit ever worked anyway. That was the worst, like, two pairing of players. And I thought that shit would work. Like,
I
I
thought it
remember
would
saying
work too.
previously that Dame should go over there and play with Giannis a couple years ago. Well, it happened a couple years ago, but a couple years before it happened, I was saying that shit. So I'm like, bro, they had fit well together, da da da, and they just get together, and it's like, bro, that shit just don't match. It just don't match. Like I said, I don't see Giannis going anywhere. I see him staying in Milwaukee. Milwaukee made some interesting moves. They didn't sign any superstars or all stars, but signing Miles Turner, I think that would, maybe want to help him stay there a little bit longer because he got a center. He plays defense. He can stretch the floor. He's kind of like a fucking Brook Lopez, but just younger, for real. He's younger and more athletic than Brook Lopez. Like, that's who he is. Then you bring him in. You bring in who y'all signed? Y'all obviously y'all bring KPJ back. Y'all like him. I want to see if I'm them. I'll allow him to run the point.
Yeah, we
I
got
allow Kevin Porter Jr. to just run the point. At least let me see it. Let me see it for a few games. See how it works. Because they don't have a point guard besides Cole Anthony. And have they signed him yet?
Yeah, they signed him. We got him on the
Okay.
books.
Okay, so they signed him. I don't know if he's going to be your leading point guard. And KPJ played point guard for the Rockets a few years back, and he did that for a couple years. He's a taller guy, a scoring guard, and I think they need a scoring guard. I think they need an athletic guard that can put the ball on the ground and open the floor, break the defense down. I think they need that, and maybe KPJ can do that. They added a couple more guys, but they added versatility. And with the guys being injured in the East, the Tatum possibly being out for the whole year, Tyrese Halliburton possibly being out for the whole year. Obviously, Dame, he might go to a team in the East, him being out for the whole year. Just the East is already a fucking not so good conference anyway. But now with the top players on the top teams missing a season next year, it just leaps up again. It leaps the Milwaukee Bucks up again, in which I said, like I told you the other day, I feel like Milwaukee should be the 1 seed this year. Giannis should be expected to be great. Like, I just think Giannis should be expected to be great. It's like season after season, we sitting here talking about this motherfucker, and he ain't getting no real criticism, but he getting put out every year in the playoffs in the first round. Let that shit be happening to LeBron. Let that shit be happening to a Joker. I'm gonna really just say LeBron because them niggas treat LeBron like Joker get put out in the playoffs. We don't hear nothing else about it. That nigga be over there on the horses, chilling, not bothering nobody, taking his $800 million and go back over there to Serbia. And he ain't got to deal with America until the season starts. So he ain't got to deal with none of the shit that goes on here. You feel me? They going to protect him over there in Serbia. I'm sure if he got caught drinking or doing some shit over there in Serbia, you feel me? They'll keep that shit over there. They won't allow that. You feel me what I'm saying?
No,
but
absolutely.
over here, nigga, you on every social media blog page 5 minutes. If you in a club listening to NBA YoungBoy, like this nigga John Morant can't even go to the club. Like, bro, come on, bro. I should be able to go to the club, bro. I put in work. Stop talking to me. I don't care if I'm in that bitch with a bottle in my hand. I don't care. I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. I ain't killing nobody. I should be at a fucking party when I want to party. I work hard. Don't worry about me working hard. But I ain't about to go off on that. That's a tangent. But I just think we should expect more from Giannis. And I think it's time to start expecting more from him. Like, the last 3-4 years been, and that's his prime. That's his prime. His prime has been, 27, 28, 29, and 30? That was the last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker ain't been doing nothing. No MVPs, no defense player of the years, no number 1 seeds, getting put out in the first round multiple years to the Pacers. Come on. You should be able to beat the Pacers by yourself. But that's just me. Long story short, which wasn't really short, I got him staying with the Bucks. He ain't going nowhere. He don't want that pressure of going anywhere else. He want to stay right in his backyard, comfortable where the media loves him. He don't want to go and be a villain and the whole league turn against him and the other teams turn against him, and he got to go over there and reintroduce himself to a whole nother team and fan base. And as soon as he goes somewhere else, they the favorites and he got to uphold that. I don't think none of them foreign players are really about that. I don't think none of them are about that. I don't think they can take that type of pressure. That's just me. We gonna see how Luka handle it. Because this is the first time like a big superstar, like a foreign guy, has went to another team like that and have to like rededicate themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna see how that happens with Luka. But shit, from we seen last year, it didn't look too good. For real. So we gonna see. I don't got Giannis going nowhere.
Well, let's go ahead and flip the coin here. You hear a lot of talk about LeBron James. Everyone's speculating, is he going to be in LA? We're seeing that he had an opportunity to go ahead and talk to the media. He's like, no, I'm good. I don't got nothing to say. And I ain't going to lie, we've talked off. But now that I see that, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's something that's definitely going on. He just doesn't say that for no reason. Talk to me about what you think LeBron James is thinking from a bigger perspective going into this year.
This offseason kind of started off. Obviously, he had a surgery because he had got injured in game 5 or 4, one of those games. And if they would have won that game, he still wouldn't have been able to play the next game because he had messed up his meniscus, something like that, MCL, something. It was something he wouldn't have been able to play. So he started off going against surgery, relaxing his body and things like that. And then, obviously, they've been trying to find the center, trying to find trades, trying to talk about this. Nothing happens this whole offseason. The Lakers had a fucking terrible offseason. Terrible. They lose DFS for nothing after they done traded a pick and D'Angelo Russell away to get him in the middle of the season, and then you don't extend him. And this is Luka, damn their favorite teammate. He was just so eager to just leave Luka so quick, like for real. Like he just left. Like this is supposed to be your favorite teammate, and you love playing with him, and da da da. And then y'all get to play together again. Then y'all get the opportunity to sign and play with each other for at least the next 2 to 3 years, and he'd be like, "Nah, I'm out. DFS, nah, I'm gonna just go over here and play with the Rockets. They're gonna give me some bread. I'm gonna go over there." So you lose him. You have no center. I guess DeAndre Ayton is a center. I've never really been a DeAndre Ayton fan. He's fucking soft, and he a crybaby. And he just don't have a lot of skill to me. And I know I be sounding like, damn, man, why you being so harsh? Man, fuck him. He can't. He ain't that good. So he ain't that good. Get better. Get better. That'll be that. I don't know what LeBron James is thinking, but I know his wife, I guess, was wanting him to not play no more. Like this be his last year, or it be coming down to the last year. I just don't see Brian walking away until he ready to walk away. Another thing, he had 1 year on his deal. He opted in, right? He opted into the $54 million this year, but he usually like sign an extension and do the 1-and-1. I don't think the Lakers offer him an extension.
Oh, they just gave him the straight up like, you can take this and that's it. There was no conversation after that first deal that they offered.
That's what I'm saying. So if they didn't offer him the extension, because he usually always signed a 1-and-1, like he'd do the one, he just add another optional year on that bitch. This guaranteed, I add an option. Next year we gonna revisit the same thing. He been doing that shit for the last. I mean, he signed with the Lakers for 4-year deal when he got with them. But he always did that 1-and-1 shit after that. Doing that, I'm starting to see like, okay, obviously Brian don't like what the Lakers did in the offseason. Who does? Niggas suck. And if he want to play for championships, it's not in LA. Unless something like a crazy trade happened that we ain't think of and they fuck around and get something that we like, oh my God, they got that. And now they just got this championship team. But if they started the season today, with the roster they have right now, they are not making the playoffs. Not in the West. They're not making the playoffs. They don't have no defense. And they only have offensive guys that's really not good on defense. Reeves, Luka, those 2 guys is going to be, and Brian, shit. Those 3 guys that's going to be on the court in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is what matters. Them motherfuckers are not defensive minded. So, and they don't rebound. So that's defense and rebounding that's going to go to the advantage of the other team. How can I say that? Because when you shoot the ball in the goal, it's a make or miss lead. Like you might make it, you might miss it. And if the ball is thrown to you, you might catch it, you might drop it. But once the ball leaves my hands in basketball, I have like really no control of it.
Yeah.
But once the ball is thrown to me, I have control over if I'm going to catch it or not. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously, it's different. But I think Brown should leave. I think either find the right trade that makes the most sense, which that would probably be with the Warriors or the Cavs. I think those are the first 2 options in that order. I think the Warriors should be first. No, I mean, yeah, shit, why not? I think the Warriors should be first. And then I think, I wouldn't mind him playing with Steph right now. It don't even matter. All this shit is icing on the cake now. It's just, it don't even matter no more. Like I said, it's either the Warriors or what's the name. Or he can just say, hey, buy me out and not a floodgates open. Not every team want me. Now I can go to the Rockets. I can go to the Spurs. I can go to the Mavericks. I can go to the Knicks. I can go to any team I want to because y'all gave me my money and now I can sign with another team. So I just think he should do everything but play for the Lakers this year. And I thought that last year. You think if LeBron going into last NBA season, you think if LeBron knew that they were going to trade Anthony Davis in the middle of the year, that he would have stayed in LA?
No, he'd have been out of there.
That's what I'm saying. He would have left. You telling me y'all about to trade AD? So if y'all about to trade, because I'm sure if they traded Anthony Davis last year in the offseason, like before the season, I'm sure Brown would have been like, bro, I'm out. You feel me? I'm out. I'm about to waive this shit and I'm about to go. I don't think he wanted to waive his shit in the middle of the season and leave in the middle of the season. I don't think he wanted to go to another team in the middle of the season. That shit kind of I'm sure that shit tough. You literally moving into a whole different, you feel me? But yeah. But the shit's still flowing. Everything is still flowing. Games are still being played.
Mm-hmm.
All of that shit. I think Brian should leave. I think this LA experience this shit been weak. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think him coming to LA, I ain't gonna say I never understood it because he probably just wanted to be the man in LA, be on the best franchise and do what he wanted to do and be in LA doing whatever. Just being on, a king on the top, mountain on the hills and shit like that. I fuck with that. But basketball-wise, man, there was so many other fucking decisions he could have made instead of going to the Lakers. Real talk, he could have went to a few other teams besides the Lakers. I get the move business-wise and status-wise and all of that and lifestyle-wise. But basketball-wise, bro, the Lakers have been one of the worst fucking ran franchises in a minute, bro. They've been terrible. Even when Kobe was playing, they couldn't get no stars to come. Lamar Odom was not a star. Paul Gasol wasn't a big star. You feel me? He wasn't no superstar. He wasn't no Luka. Yeah, they got Shaq to come 1996 or 1998 or whatever. But besides Shaq, what other big-time free agent came to the Lakers? LeBron, and he wanted to come. You feel me? But Luka didn't choose to come to the Lakers. So who really chose to come to the Lakers? Nobody. And I'm just like, bro, it's time for Brian to leave, bro. In your career, how you want to. Fuck the Lakers, man. Fuck them. They ain't done nothing for you. They still think you weak. The fan base, they still be talking to you like you crazy. You showing up for a 10:30 game. You showing up at 2 o'clock. You want to play the 10. They still don't give you no respect. It's you still cheating the game. All type of shit. LA still booing you. All type of weird shit, bro. Like, just leave. Go to the Warriors or go to Cleveland and finish your career. It can be a 1-year career, it can be a 2-year career, it can be a 3-year career. But if he goes to the Warriors, they're gonna win 2 championships in a row. If LeBron James went to the Warriors and they was able to, especially if they was able to keep Jimmy Butler, like if they can keep all the guys like on a buyout. Let's say LeBron went on a buyout and he just signed to the Warriors, and now you got Steph, Brian, Jimmy, Draymond, Pozinski, and the rest of the squad, they gonna win 2 in a row. He go to the Cavs, they gonna win 2 in a row. If he stay with the Lakers, they will not be in the play-in tournament. They will be weak as fuck all year. And if that's what he want to do, then go ahead. I will not be watching the Lakers. If LeBron James on the Lakers this year and they ain't make no other moves, I'm not watching them like that, bro. I'm definitely not. I ain't watching like that. I ain't, man, 10:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning is crazy to be watching these niggas get to the fourth quarter and be trash. I ain't know
That's
that.
real. No, that's so real. You ain't wasting no damn time watching that. Come on.
Yeah, bro. So I would love to see Brian out of a Lakers uniform to end his career. That's what I want to see. We're gonna see what happens in the next month. I know they go to training camp. What is it, like the end of September, beginning of October?
Somewhere
But
around
they
there.
really be in their cities in September because they be in the building. They be in their cities for sure. We gonna see if he's in LA at that time, you know. So we gonna see, man. Brian, get the fuck up out of there, man. Leave him high and dry too. Buyout. Say fuck y'all for real. Oh, the Lakers Nation, I hate him for sure after that. But they already hate him anyway. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Slide up out of there.
Can't wait to see what happens because I feel that's definitely something that's going to be. It's already in motion because you see, but you get the hints. You see that all right, yeah, there's nothing that we're going to talk about after your buyout here. This is your last year. Bron already talking, saying to the media like, no, I'm not talking to y'all. His agent, obviously, Chris Paul coming out talking about Paul Rich, whatever one. Sorry if I get the name wrong. My apology. Rich Paul, Chris Paul, whatever Paul. My apologies. He does well. But he's coming out and saying what he said, saying that we're looking at other interests. And if he's saying that about his number one client, because you can understand that is the number one client on that goddamn sports agency. And there's something happening.
Yeah. But you know they didn't tell. When they sold the team, they didn't tell Brian. They told Luka, though.
Come on.
They told Luka, like, hey, we're selling the team. This is da-da-da. This is what we're doing moving forward. This is the plan. But they didn't tell Brian that. So they already kind of pushed him to the side. So it's like, nigga, you going to push him to the side, then I'm going to just slide because I don't have to be a player that's pushed to the side. You're not going to James Harden me. Nothing against James Harden. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing against James Harden. But I'm big. Like, buy me out right now. And I'm going to go play with somebody else. Real talk. Didn't the Bucks just buy out Dame Lillard? He had like 3 years left on his contract, right?
Bro, that man's getting like
that's crazy, bro.
$25 million.
Niggas in the NFL, nigga. You sign a 4-year deal. After the first year, you get cut. and you don't get none of that money for the last 3 years. None of it. NFL line, bro. Who was a linebacker? If I'm not mistaken, I think Kyle Van Noy. He signed with the Dolphins a few years back. He signed a nice little deal with the Dolphins, like a 4-year deal. Was it them or was it the Pistons? I mean, not the Pistons, the Lions. I think he either signed with the Lions or the Dolphins for a 4-year deal. After the first year, they cut the motherfucker, bro. No more money on that contract. None. But you got Dame Lillard over here. He got cut, and they guaranteed him 3 years, $113 million. That they said, bro, go ahead. We're going to let you go. We still going to pay you. We got $113 million to just spare to give out like that. But over here in the NFL, nah, we ain't giving you shit. They over here making, this guy's over here in the NBA making, bro, I'm telling you, Victor next year was Victor, because Victor, would that be his 3rd year? That would be Victor's 3rd year, right? Like this upcoming season?
Who are you talking about?
Wembanyama.
Yeah.
He about to sign for, because Pablo Banchero just signed for like, what, 280, didn't he?
Yeah, 5-year, 280 or something like that.
Yeah, this motherfucker Victor Wembanyama about to sign for like 350.
Yeah.
390, 400. In a minute, these players going to be making $100 million a year to play basketball, and then they don't even want to fucking play. Yeah, man. I think Brian should leave. I think we were still talking about that. Yeah, I know we kind of Victor Wembanyama. I don't know how we came here, but we here. Brian should leave. Get the fuck up out of there. Bye. They don't want to trade Rui. They don't want to trade Reeves to get better. Okay, trade me. Let me go so y'all can be terrible. Like y'all have always been. Real talk. The Lakers have not been a good team outside of like a few years. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Next week. Time to move on. Brian, get the fuck up out of there.
There it is. Then last thing, obviously talking about the NBA here. Kevin Durant, obviously we all know is going to go ahead into the Houston Rockets, which is absolutely big splash for the Houston Rockets. And then no H-Town down there is about to be lit. You got Jack Boys 2 that came out. You got Travis Scott down there. You got Bun B down there. You got the whole tipping on 4-4s there. You got everything you need. You got Drake that's probably going to turn into a Rockets fan now.
You know he live in Houston. Drake moved to Houston like a couple years ago, I think, or last year or this year. I don't know.
All I'm saying is that it's going to be an absolute circus in regards of where there's going to be great games. You got one of the arguably best scorers in the NBA on your team. You have a solid lineup from 1 through 10, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do they got it this year? Are they winning a championship this year?
Bro, I honestly think they can. I think they can. I'm just looking at the lineup. Let's just say they start Van Fleet, Amon Thompson, Kevin Durant. Those are my 1, 2, and 3. And then we can go. First off, they signed all the fucking centers. They got Clint Capella. They got Clint. First off, they already had Sangoon. They signed like 2 or 3 other centers that everybody else needed. They signed Clint Capella back. So they brought him back. That's a quality fucking center. So they're always going to have a big center on the court. So they're always going to have a center on the court with Kevin Durant. So he's never going to be out here like, oh my God, I'm the biggest one out here. They want me to rebound. I can't do it. The rest of the motherfuckers going to be doing it. And then you got Jabari Smith. He probably going to be starting at the 4, and you probably going to start Sangoon at the 5. Or you can start Sangoon at the 4 and put Capella at the 5. Like I said, they signed another center besides Capella. That was another good fucking center.
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams. That's what I'm saying. Steven Adams. So Steven Adams can play. You feel me? Like, they have bodies that they can throw at you that they going to utilize to wear your ass down. Steven Adams, bruh. Van Fleet a little bit. Amon Thompson. Eason. Is it Tate? I think Tate. Like, but they have bodies that they can throw at you. They have athleticism. And they got a nice little mixture of young and older players on the team. They got a really good coach. I think which he brings flavor to their system, to the culture. I think this team fits very well around Kevin Durant because they always needed a scorer. They needed a guy that can really score, that can break down defenses, that, hey, it's 5 seconds left in the shot clock, give it to him. You feel me? He'd know what to do with it. They didn't have that last year. They didn't have nobody on their roster that say, hey, 5 seconds, 2 dribbles, make something happen. You feel me? And a good shot. I'm sure Kevin Durant is the 2 dribble or 3 dribble king, motherfucker. Like, can't stop him because he tall and he fade away when he shoot. You can't block it. They deep. They deep. And I like them versus the Thunder. I like them versus the Warriors. Warriors, because they was talking junk to each other last year. Remember they was talking mess to each other last year, even getting into it often. And they went to the game 7. And now you add KD to, boy, it's gonna be rocking. I think they can make it to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. God damn. Houston, Texas is not making it to the Super Bowl. Over with. Houston Rockets. I can guarantee they'll be a 3 seed, top 3 seed. They'll win their division. AC and Spurs in their division. It's gonna be tough. They might not win it, but they have a good record. They're gonna definitely have a good record. They'll probably be, like I said, they'd be a 3 seed, top 3 seed. Yeah. Going into the season, I would love to see Kevin Durant have average 35. KD, you a bucket, right? Go average 35. Go lead, because this is a team that you can lead to the finals. You don't have to too much coach these guys up. They got to coach. They play hard. On most nights, they play hard. They have defensive studs on their team. They got some offensive studs on their team, too. They already got an all-star there. I think this is the perfect team. The perfect team for him. And it's crazy because I don't think I was saying that shit before. I think I said this was the team he should have went to the least. I think so, but shit changed when you put, okay, he on the team. Now let's break down the team. Oh, he fit well. That little 30 points a game he gonna light up Houston. So I think this is the best situation for Kevin Durant. Glad to see he's in a situation that should be productive. Like, he should be playing on the big stage often. So KD, man, go get you one, man. Go get you one. I love to see it, man. Go get you one.
No, I love to see it too. I think this is going to be a year where he just shows his ass. I'm talking about like
hooping, like OKC.
Like, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be very scary when they go ahead and they're 10 games in, and you see that Kevin Durant's got 30, 40, 30, 29, 40. Like, just because the thing is that he is literally not gonna have to bring up the ball, and he gonna be in the post, and he just gonna be able to get busy and early and often to get going, because there's guys that the system around him. I say this is damn near one of his best systems to be around in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had,
besides the Warriors, for sure. Yeah.
Besides the Warriors, besides OKC, but still, like,
that wasn't his though.
No, that wasn't his. This is actually his though.
I think this, if they win, it would be because of Kevin Durant.
Yes.
If the Rockets win a championship, it is gonna be for sure because of Kevin Durant, and that's what makes it his.
Yeah. Like, when he faced the Bucks and his foot was on the line and he dropped a 40 ball or whatever it was, he's going to be doing that consistently, scoring buckets, because there's no one that can guard him. And on top of that, you got to account for them big dudes down in the paint. If it's anything else, you got shooters around. I don't know. I'm ready to see him do his thing. And I can't wait to see what goes down for my good brother KD. I've been really messing with KD as of recent, bro.
I always rock with KD the person. He funny as hell.
Bro, he is.
He be talking shit.
He's a good dude.
I'm on my Kobe shit, bro. This is my 2001 Kobe, bro. I'm on my
the fro,
bro. I ain't playing with my foot, bro. I'm about to tell you, bro.
Excuse me.
I'm hurt thugging you, man. But yeah, shout out to the Rockets, man. I hope they get one this year. I would love. Obviously, I want to see Brian get one, but I want to see KD get one as well. I want to see KD get another one. It'll be good just to shut everybody up. Like, bro, stop talking about me. I'm one of the best players to ever play this game. I am top 10. You can't tell me Kevin Durant not better than Larry Bird. All right, bet. But you can't tell me You can't tell me Kevin Durant is not better than Kobe Bryant. I don't want to hear that shit. You cannot tell me because he won championships with Shaq that Kobe Bryant is better than Kevin Durant. You can't tell me that Michael Jordan is better than Kevin Durant, bro. You can't tell me, bro. You can't tell me, bro. You can't tell me, bro. You can't. You can't. I don't give a fuck about them boys in the 90s. Them boys are overrated. They sorry as fuck. Charles Barkley, y'all were weak, bro. Y'all were weak as fuck. Y'all always talking about physicality, y'all. That's because y'all couldn't hoop. That's because y'all ain't had no skill. That's because the way of the world was. The world was just
Yes,
physical
bro.
back in the 90s. It was just over the top. Like, that's just what it was. Like, y'all wasn't better. None of y'all was better. There was 9 defensive players on the court and 1 offensive player on the court. And y'all wasn't even double teaming nobody in the 90s. Every highlight we see of Michael Jordan, he in one-on-one defense. Why? This motherfucker led the league in scoring for 10 years in a row. He got how many scoring titles he got? Why are y'all not double teaming him? Because they fucking weak, bro. The NBA was at the beginning stages in the 90s, bro. That was the worst. That's the worst era of basketball in the 90s. The 80s was way better than the 90s. And 2008 to 2018, that is the best NBA. That is the best basketball the world, especially the NBA, has ever seen. From 2008, go back and see who was in the league in 2008 and watch how basketball was being played in 2008 and watch it from year to year to year, all the way to 2018. That was literally the best players the NBA has ever seen. Schemes, all of that shit. Bigs, because there was still bigs in the league at that time. All of it. Just the game was just the best. It looked the best. Right now, the game don't look the best. This shit looked like an all-star game every time. If I go, it's 148 to 132. I'm like, God damn, how 8 motherfuckers got double digits? like, bro, it's 3 starters with over 28 points, bro. Like, what is going on? Because now there's more offensive players on the court than there are defensive players on the court. You might have 1 to 2 defensive players on the court. But as soon as you go on that other end, you see how invaluable they are. They can't play. You got to have offense. Back in the day, they didn't have no offense. It wasn't no pick and rolls. It wasn't no help defense. It wasn't none of that shit. It wasn't no help defense. They watched Jordan go to the rack and he just look at he guarding this other dude over here. This motherfucker can't even shoot. He ain't shot a shot in 6 games. But I'm over here hedging on guarding somebody else. I see Jordan be his man. I ain't even step up to help my guy. I'm going to just hug on this motherfucker that ain't shot a shot in 7 games. That was the NBA of the 90s. Overrated. I rest my case.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. I don't think none of those guys. Yeah, that is literally a whole nother topic to talk about because that right there and these old heads having so much pride on these talk shows about their era and that no one could have played in this era. It goes from football to basketball. Everyone's too weak. Everyone's this and this, that and that. Man, drop your pride, bro. Drop it. Because at the end of the day, we know you, Mr. Charles Barkley, or you, Gary the Glove, was not guarding 80% of these guys that are in the league right now. Maybe even 90%.
Exactly. It's easy to guard guys that didn't have no offense. Like, bro, who was Gary Payton guarding? Was he? No. Who was Michael Jordan guarding?
He was guarding nobody.
I see no highlights of him locking down Reggie Miller. I don't see no highlights. Why he ain't say, hey, I'm about to go and guard Charles Barkley. I'm going to go and guard him for a quarter. I've never seen him guard him. So, like I said, the 90s is overrated. We know what the 90s agenda was. We know what it was. Yeah, not the best basketball. Russell Westbrook would have ran through the 90s. Crazy. Ran through them. But whatever.
I guess we'll just leave that to maybe talk about that on just a day. We want to go ahead and get our insight on that, but it ain't hard to tell. Let's move on over to the NFL. My good brother Lip went ahead and put out a top quarterback list for 2025-2026. I'm going to go ahead and go through the top 10 right now. I like doing the 10 through 1 because that was kind of nice when we did it off air and you were like, RJ, I got something for you. I'm going to start at 10. I'm like, hey, you know what? I like that. 10, we have CJ Stroud. 9, Dak Prescott. 8, Jared Goff. 7, Jalen Hurts. 6, Jaden Daniels. 5, Joe Burrow. 4, Matthew Stafford. 3, Josh Allen. 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Now, I went ahead and saw that list. Not bad. I think that's legit. I would have maybe put Jared Goff. I would have maybe put Jalen Hurts above Jaden Daniels. So then you would flip flop those two.
Okay.
And then I would put Jared Goff. So I would put Jaden Daniels at the 8, and then it would go Jalen Hurts at 6, and then it would go Goff at 7. So I would have flip flopped. I would have put Jaden Daniels at 8. Still in the top 10 though.
Yeah.
And then I would have switched. This is just me because I've always just been high horse to this guy, and I think he's going to be very good. I would have put Bo Nix at 10. That is just me.
Over CJ Stroud?
And I would have put CJ Stroud at 11.
See, okay. I got Bo Nix on my list at 15. These are the people I got in front of him. This is 11, 14. I'm going to start at 14 first because 14 is like who's in front of him.
Yeah.
Who's right in front of him at 14 is Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's past Aaron Rodgers yet.
And this is the thing, and I love why people do these because this is why everyone has their own like persona of thinking like, all right, like I'm going all the way back to like 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm going back last year.
Yeah.
Like that's just me. And granted, both of them had good years, but I don't know with Bo Nix and especially just what he's got going on and what the whole team's got going on there over in Denver.
Yeah.
I just like his game. And his game is serious. But go ahead.
Bro, I think I did their schedule. I think I did their schedule too. I think I had them at like 13 wins. Bro, I got them winning their division. The Broncos are winning their division this year. The Broncos are going to be a team. The Broncos are going to be in the AFC Championship this year. Yeah. The Broncos going to be in the AFC Championship this year. But that's conversation for another day as well. So I had Aaron Rodgers at 14. Yeah. And then at 13, I had Justin Herbert. At 12, I had Brock Purdy. And at 11, I got Baker Mayfield.
That's still solid. I respect that. I respect that.
And you ain't gonna like I ain't gonna go no more. You ain't like that.
I mean, you're gonna have to say it anyways. We've been talking about it ever since the season has been brewing up.
Hey, but it just give you more time to just like prove it, bro. Like I was big on Jordan Love. I told you, I'm like, bro, I think y'all got y'all quarterback. But it's like, all right, bro, you gotta keep going though. You feel me? Like you gotta keep getting better every year, bro. Like you may not do everything well every year, but you have to keep getting better. And you can't keep making the same mistakes. So as soon as he get over that point and start showing some level of consistency, I think the Packers will be a consistent team. Because if your quarterback ain't consistent, I don't give a fuck how good your defense is. I don't care how good your wide receivers is. The energy on that team will always be like, damn, what's going to happen this Sunday?
Bro, no, for real.
Don't know.
No, for real. Like, it's literally, and to add on to that quick, like, there's just a lot of talk just around the Packers, you know, saying that, like, you know, their defense, like, we're all, like, we got a lot of playmakers, this and that. Like, we had tons of playmakers around Aaron Rodgers as well. Like, we had a great defense when Aaron Rodgers was here. And Aaron Rodgers went ahead and was the one that took the bull by the horns and needed to do what he needed to do. And that's how we were so consistent.
Y'all was an all right defense when he was there.
Well, and this is an all right defense too.
You think this defense is better than all right, or they are just all right?
They're better than all right, but this is the same type of defense that I've been seeing since I've been little. Especially when we had won in 2010. We had Nick Collins, we had Charles Woodson. This year we got they were nice. That was our best defense we've ever had.
Yeah. Clay Matthews.
This is the second.
Was AJ Hawk on that team? AJ Hawk?
Yeah, well, that was the best defense the Packers have ever had.
Yeah, them boys is nasty. Tremont Williams.
All of them. Shields. We had Peppers at D-line. Shields was nice.
Yeah.
He was converted wide receiver to freaking man.
You know, I know.
Oh, yeah. This is the second defense. This defense right here that we have right now on paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second best defense that we have ever had in my time watching in Green Bay.
We're going to see.
And that's what I'm saying. So we have defense, you got all this, but we all know what it comes down to here in Green Bay, and it comes down to the quarterback position. So people don't want to go ahead and say like, oh, we got things to go ahead and back it up. No, we don't. If you just heard it from my good brother. If the quarterback position is not going over and above and beyond and making plays, that interception that just happened, and then the defense sit down and be like, oh, damn, like we got to go back out there because it was a 3-and-out. Or, damn, we got to go ahead and try to win this. We can't have that. We can't have our quarterback, and I'm going to say this, Jordan Love cannot have over 10 interceptions, or we are not going to deep in the playoffs or a Super Bowl. If he continues to have over double-digit interceptions, we are just going to be a mediocre football team.
It just got to be low. Like, he got to have a 3-to-1 ratio.
He just can't, bro. It can't be any. Like, if he throws one interception, no, he cannot throw any interceptions. Yeah. Obviously, that's for all quarterbacks. But I'm saying he cannot, and I don't want to, like, hear, like, oh, you know, the drop passes, this and that, tip balls, doesn't matter. He has to make even more now of the right decisions because he already knows what he has because he saw it last year. So there's no excuses anymore. Like, if he has over 10 interceptions, that's not the standard, bro.
It's like the last couple years he have showcased that he has talent, but he's really just hooping. You know, like that hooper that you can see, like, bro, that motherfucker got some skill, but they be doing some dumb shit sometimes. But you can see, like, with more time and with more, you know, play and more experience, they can kind of cut that down and that'll make this, you know, that much more better. That's what I see from Jordan Love. Like, I see him out there hooping. Like, he can hoop. Like, he can throw the ball from any type of angle, and he can do some shit out there. And he's showcasing that he has this skill set that not a lot of guys have. But you still got to be able to do the regular shit time at a time. You got to throw the hitch. You got to still throw the slants. You got to still throw the drag routes. You still got to throw the curls and the out routes. You still got to get the ball out of your hands into your playmaker's hands as quick as you can and get your rhythm going. Like, stop trying to fucking make the highlight play every time. Just get the ball to Jamar Chase and let him fucking take this screen route 80 yards.
Jamar Chase crazy? We don't have Jamar Chase.
I know, but I'm just saying how.
Oh, you're saying how they do it. Yeah.
Joe Burrow just throw this motherfucker a slant and he go for 70. Like, Joe Burrow, he take a lot of sacks, but he gets the ball out of his hands as well.
Right.
He not sitting back just always looking for this deep ball. Like, most of his deep passes be like back shoulders, 3-step drops. I'ma just, you know, storm. You impressed? Let's get it. You want to press me? Let's get it.
Right.
You know, nice little 20 to 35 yard throw right there. Get the ball out. You get the ball out of his hands. He has to do that. He has to start hooping like that. He has to start being more Rondo and not fucking Jamal Crawford. Goddamn it. Jordan Love got to stop being Jamal Crawford because he got that skill set to just do some wild shit. He just got, bro, just get the ball to your guys, bro, and still do the flashy shit you do. But first off, run the ball more too. You gotta break the defense down by using your legs. They can't see you rolling out and then turn around and go and covering receivers because they know you ain't gonna run. You gotta go steal you 8 yards on first down and watch the changes how they see you in the pocket and outside the pocket, etc. So I be really giving game to motherfuckers on this motherfucker. Like, if Jordan Love, you ever listen, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, you really get some real game. Like, I can't tell you who to throw it to, but I mean, I could probably tell you that too. But no, I can tell you that. But if you just really listen, bro, it's simple, bro. I can get you right though. Not really. I can't get you right. Do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. Get better. Keep getting better. Do your thing, man. I just watch and talk my shit from the sideline. You feel what I'm saying?
Right with you. It's gonna be crazy to see how obviously this list you got and these guys that we've mentioned. There's ones that we haven't, but it's just another. Like, if you look at all these names, like this, what happened last year, like this is a big year for a lot of guys. Like, big year for a lot of guys. Like, guys that you got on here, Cam Ward coming in rookie, Drake May, second year, Trevor Lawrence. Like, where's Trevor Lawrence been at? Like, he's just a mediocre guy. He's going to prove himself. Tua, we've been talking about Tua. Like, what is Tua going to do? Bryce Young had a great 4 games. Now he's coming in this season. He's got tons of weapons. That's another team that's a sleeper. Kyler Murray's been hurt. Kyler Murray's a silent Asian mix, whatever, assassin. He is nice. I don't care what anyone wants to say. He nice.
He cool. Like, he cool. I'm going to say, like, he cool, but there's 17 guys I think that's better. And that's the part. Like, yeah, Kyler Murray is cool, bro. And if he went to another team, I think he would help other teams in the NFL for sure. That's why I feel like the Cardinals gonna keep paying him. Because if he went somewhere else, I think he would fit well somewhere else as well. Because he has a skill set. That's if he can stay healthy. But okay, obviously I got the top 5 on my list. Do you agree with my top 5, or you go against it, or would you rearrange something in my top 5? Because I know I threw a little spin that a lot of people don't throw at all. And a lot of people always had a big 4, how they had a big 4. But I really thought about it. I sat back and I thought about it. I watched the film. I mean, I watched games, period. I know the game. I watched the game.
Yeah.
I know the shit. So I put Matthew Stafford over Joe Burrow. I put Matthew Stafford at 4, especially knowing that Matthew Stafford got Sean McVay, he got Higsby, he got Kyron Williams, he got Corum, he got Devontae Adams, he got Puka Nacua. Those damn near 2 all-pro wide receivers right there. And they drafted a tight end from Oregon, a real athletic tight end, tall, fucking Travis Kelce type of guy. He's that type of guy. They drafted him, so that's just more tools in a resource belt. And then looking at what he did last year, he had a really good game. I mean, a really good season last year. I feel like they didn't play, like if that playoff game was in LA instead of Philly, I think LA win. But it don't matter because that ain't how it happened. But I think LA is one of those good teams. I think if it didn't start snowing like that in that game, LA win. I just think Matthew Stafford just make people around him better. And I don't think Matthew Stafford always had the best of weapons. I think Joe Burrow got literally the best of weapons.
Absolutely.
Like, he literally got Jamar Chase. Like, he literally has a fucking one of one. There's not another Jamar Chase in the league. He's one of one. And then you got T. Higgins. Just paid both of these motherfuckers $30 million a year. So what's your excuses? Like, why can't you fucking be better? I don't know. I'm asking. Like, you go on the sideline crying, but how about you get some of your defense some confidence? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's ways you can. Bro. I feel like really great players, especially great quarterbacks. Let's say the average of your team is a C, right? Your team grade is a C. Overall, the whole roster is a C, right? If you have a great quarterback, it will make that team a B minus because he will allow. He makes players around him better. He makes plays that changes the situations of the game to where some players won't even get exposed because of the shit that he's doing on the offensive end. That's just how I think of great players. I think great players make other players around them better. They might not make them great, but I can get the best out of you. I can get you to show up and, play really, really, really well, play above yourself. Because some motherfuckers, they C-level players, they can only play as a C-level player. But it's some of them, you can get them to play a B. You can get them to make a few more plays. You feel me? You can get them to catch a few more passes. I think he need to do that. And I don't think he's doing it right now. So I know how they keep putting Joe Burrow in the top 10 and top 5. It's some people that got Joe Burrow as number 1 or number 2. I'm like, bro, he hasn't done nothing. He throws a good-looking ball, but he hasn't done anything. Oh, he went to the Super Bowl. That was 4 years ago. And they lost. So, yeah, it's respect. You went to the Super Bowl, but that was 4 years ago. That shit don't mean nothing. Like, they talk about Aaron Rodgers so terrible. He won back-to-back MVPs. They talk about this nigga like he sucked. So why we keep praising Joe Burrow? He can't stay healthy all the time. He don't win games like that. Obviously, the Bengals ain't had no money, right? They kept saying the Bengals ain't had no money, how their franchises ran, they cheap, all of this. This offseason, they go out there and pay 2 wide receivers. $30 million the same year, not year after, not 1 year I'm gonna pay this guy, then next year I'm gonna pay this other guy, so they shit can like off balance. No, I'm gonna get both of these motherfuckers $30 million a year the same year. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give one of them 40. I'm gonna give Jamar Chase $40 million a year, and I'm gonna get his other guy 30. And then I'm gonna get my quarterback 55. Nigga, that's over 60, 70% of the fucking salary cap. So just like dumbass decisions, but that's why I put Matthew Stafford in there. I think Matthew Stafford is playing at a high level right now. And if you said which quarterback you will want to have just for this year, I say Matt Stafford. That's just me. But that was the little wrinkle I threw in the top 5. I feel like Matt Stafford deserved to be there. I know a lot of people put him probably close to the top 10 because of, I don't know, because of whatever they say. But he really throw the ball better than a lot of motherfuckers, bro. Like, he throws the ball extremely well, bro. And I was projecting for this year as well, because I obviously I got the Rams going to the Super Bowl, so I'm projecting as well. But I still think he's, this year, I think he's going to have a better year, and his team is going to have a better record than the Bengals are going to have. And that's why I chose to do what I did. So, indeed.
I think the top 5 is smooth. I really, and this is, I guess it is disrespect to Josh Allen, but I'm just not a Josh Allen guy. I don't believe that he should have won the MVP last year. I think Lamar Jackson should have got 3. I don't think Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. I damn sure don't think that he's better than Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's better than Matthew Stafford. I don't think he's better than Joe Burrow. And the reason why I got him at 5, and the reason why I say that is because when I just think of guys that like throwing football, like playing the quarterback position, like actually like can he, if they got a spy on him and he's willing to run for something and he can't run for it, is he able to go ahead and throw the football? Like, is he consistently being able to throw the football, people? Like, I'm talking about like Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford can sit back there and throw 60 times and be about 80%, 90%. Lamar Jackson can sit back there and dissect a defense. Patrick Mahomes can definitely sit back there and dissect the defense. Joe Burrow can definitely do that. I know he's got the weapons and shit, but his stats last year, he led the league, I think, in a whole bunch of different categories.
Yeah.
Josh Allen can't do that. When's the last time in Josh Allen's career, and I'll pull it up here right now, the simple fact of, if he did have weapons or if he didn't have weapons, you can call it whatever you want to. You can say Stephon Diggs messed it up. I just don't see Josh Allen being one of those guys to where that you have him sit back there, it's 5 wide, and he's going to go ahead and dissect a defense for the whole game and be a guy that throws over 400 yards or be a guy that throws for over 300 yards. Being a guy that has to throw timely routes, not no little drag across the middles, not no 10-yard hitches, not no deep balls where guys got to make plays. Is he going to be able to distribute the ball from 15 yards in all the way down the field? We shall see, but I'm just not a Josh Allen guy, I guess. I don't see how 23 touchdowns in 3 interceptions compared to 41 touchdowns in under 10 interceptions wins you an MVP over Lamar Jackson.
Under 5 interceptions.
Well, under 5 interceptions. I guessed on that.
41 and 4.
I just don't get how that correlates to where he wins the MVP. I don't get that.
Man, you know what it is.
I know what it is, but I just...
You know what it is. Don't eat that Denny's. You know what it is. Fuck Denny's.
God, that just we're gonna leave it at that because that just doesn't make sense to me. It's so much higher ups that it makes no sense. Josh Allen is not. If you can go ahead and look yourself in the mirror and say that Josh Allen is better than any 5 of these guys, you are crazy. I'm sorry, you're nuts.
Josh Allen. I mean, obviously he a great quarterback.
And let's get that a point across. He is a good quarterback.
No, I think he.
I just don't think that he's there.
Great quarterback.
I don't think he's a great quarterback.
I don't think he's super special, but I think he show up every game prepared. I think he show up ready to play. I think he play to win. Now, I don't think he make the best decisions every time, but I do think he kind of got like a gunslinger mentality. Kind of Brett Favre-ish a little bit, or at least he used to be before Joe Brady came over there, because he used to be throwing that motherfucker all over the field. And I'm not saying it like it was completions all over the field. He just used to be throwing that motherfucker all over the field, like it went anywhere. But I mean, I rock with Josh Allen. Obviously, I don't think he better than Lamar or Patrick Mahomes, but I do think he better than Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford. Let me see. I mean, he can police the ball. The energy that team played with is because of Josh Allen. I mean, they always had a good fan base and a good energy around them before he got there. Like, I played in the division with the Bills. Like, I had some of my biggest games versus the Bills in Buffalo. So I know how that culture is. Like, it's always been like crazy. No matter whether they had a quarterback or not, it was gonna be like that. But when they got him, it took it to a whole other level. I like Josh Allen. It's gonna be a big year for him as well, to back up his obviously MVP performance and to see if he can get to a Super Bowl. I mean, week 1 we gonna see what's up. Week 1, Buffalo open up at home versus them boys that I got going 17-0. So you know they losing. Ravens 17-0. Get it in. Let's go. But yeah. But that's all I gotta say about my list though. I think I did the list. I've been doing the list obviously for the last few weeks. And it took me some time. So I'm like, I didn't went back and top five was the top five. But everything after that, I was going back and forth. I'm like, man, okay, like all this shit matter. You feel me? Like, would I take this guy over this guy? Like, has this guy career, sailed down to where this guy 1 year is above that? I don't know. I gotta give him that notch above because he ain't came and took it yet. I like the little adjustment you made with Jaden Daniels. I'm just on that Jaden Daniels thing. I think Jaden Daniels is gonna be a baller. I think he's gonna play better than. I think he's gonna do more than Jalen Hurts and Jared Goff this year. That's why I had him in front of them. And if he do more than them this year, then I would have him in front of them again next year. But that's what I'm saying. I just think he's gonna do more. I think he's more versatile. I think he's young and hungry. And shit, he might be the motherfucking Ant-Man of the NFL for real. They can make him the face of it. If he come out balling like he did last year, he have fun, he run the ball, teammates love him. Shout out to Arizona State. Players all stealing through his locker and shit, acting like he was a bad guy because he wanted to leave. Fuck him. But everything we seen after that, all the players don't do nothing but embrace this guy, love this guy, always show love. So it was good he got out of that motherfucking locker room anyway. Arizona State, y'all suck anyway. Nobody care about y'all ass. Shout out to my boy Jamil, though. He played for him, but your ass sucked too.
So let's go ahead and get into you already said the Ravens, obviously you can have them 17-0. According to PFF, this was just July 14th of this year. There is only a handful of teams that they got over 12 wins or 10 plus, if I would go ahead and say. They got the Ravens at 11.5. They got the Bills at 12.5. They got the Detroit Lions at 10.5. They got the Kansas City Chiefs at 11.5. They have the Philadelphia Eagles at 5.5. And they got the 49ers at 10.5. And then all the other teams.
Hold on.
Yeah, so all the other teams are underneath what I just mentioned. They are underneath 10 wins.
Did you say the Eagles at 5.5?
No, Eagles at 11.5.
Oh, 11 now. Okay.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 teams out of the whole NFL that they have that'll be over 10 wins this coming year.
Only 5?
Only 5.
And that's over 10 wins. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's over 10 wins.
I got 14 predictions right now that I got 12 wins and up. Or no, I got 111 and others and up. But what would you ask me again? I don't know the question.
No, you're good. I'm just reading it off. You already said that, you went ahead and said that the Ravens are going to be 17-0. I just listed off the teams. Yeah, whatever.
You want me to expound on that?
Yeah, like whatever predictions that you have on your end, that you have teams that are going to be over 10 wins, whatever wins, I was just giving a template to kind of just show kind of what is already out there in regards to teams that are going to be 10 wins plus.
Okay, that's what's up. Obviously brought up the Ravens first because I think I brought them up. I got the Ravens. I just got the Ravens going 17-0 this year. I got them going 20-0, winning it all. Be the first team to do that. I just feel like because the first 6 games that they scheduled, the first 6 super tough. So the first 6 games, 1 second. First 6 for the Ravens, crazy. It's super tough schedule. They opened up with the Bills. They got the Bills, Browns, Lions, Chiefs, Texans, Rams. So that's going to be a tough 6-game schedule. Then they got a bye week after that. But 4 of those games are at home. They play the Bills and the Chiefs on the road. I think those are 2 big games. But I think the Ravens are just coming in this motherfucker with just vengeance, bro. I just feel like they just built to just beat on teams this year. I just feel like they built to lean on teams this year. And obviously help is going to be a big thing, which it always is. But I just think they're going to be ready. I just think if they get through this first 6 games, 6-0, going into that bye week, because the last 11 games, they tough. But the first 6 games, that's what a tough game's at. But the last 11 games, those are more divisional games. They play the Vikings, the Dolphins, the Jets. You feel me? The Patriots. Like the biggest game after the bye week for the Ravens, I would say, matchup wise, I mean, obviously, I think the Vikings are going to be a good game at Minnesota, and I think the Packers. So those are the biggest games after that, and I think they can beat both of them teams, and I think they should beat both of them teams, no matter where they play at. So I got the Ravens going 17-0. I just feel like I just hope they play like I want them to play, like how I would play. Like, bro, I just be turned, bro. Like they keep doubting us. Like we ain't played well the last couple years as well when it really, really mattered. We played a little careless. We turned the ball over in games we can't turn the ball over. We didn't advance on third downs when we needed to. I just think they just gonna tighten all of that up, and it'll allow the playmakers to playmake way more. So that's my little thing. I got the Ravens going 17-0, and obviously I got them winning the championship, so they'd be 20-0. But that's like my little hot take. And I only think it's one team that's capable of going 17-0 this year, and that is the Ravens.
That's definitely gonna be dope if that does happen, man. Lamar gets you one, man. To be honest, even though I want my Packers to go ahead and get one, obviously all day, every day. But it'd be nice to see him go ahead and get one, change his number to 1, and then go ahead and win 2 more. Before we slide up out of here, are the Cowboys for real this year?
Slick think they is, bro. Like I think it's been not a lot of talk about the Cowboys this offseason. And I think they kind of, I'm not going to say they like it like that because they don't like it like that. Them motherfuckers always talking. They always want to be talked about. But I think there's something brewing in Dallas, and I think it's going to be beneficial for for that team. I think Dallas is going to sweep by and win their division. I think they win the NFC East this year. I think they show up. I think Dak makes more plays for this team this year. Obviously, with Pickens coming there and CeeDee Lamb still being there, and Ferguson obviously probably going to be a little bit more of a passing team. I think the defense will be a little better. But I think people are sleeping on the Cowboys this year. I think they're going to be in the talks. I think they'll be in the dance, in the playoffs. And who knows? That can shock us all. You feel me? He can shock us and make some spectacular shit happen. And we'd be like, damn, man, this is what we've been wanting you to do for the longest, man. Like, this is what we've been wanting to see, you feel what I'm saying? But it's always steps to all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's always steps to before you get to the Super Bowl. It's like, all right, I lost in the first round. All right, I missed the playoffs. That shit hurt. Oh, damn, we got to the second round. We lost that one. Oh, we got to the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship. Damn, we just got this close, man. We keep losing. But you literally building internally. You building to overcome these moments of doubt. Like, it's times in game where some people be like, oh, here we go with this shit again. But you feel what I'm saying? But you building off that as well because you're like, okay, I know what this moment feel like. So now I'm about to just go out here and play. I'm not gonna lean back into it, man. I know how this shit feel again. I'm gonna lean into it like, no, let's go get it. We've been here before. That type of spirit. So I'm excited to see what the Cowboys got this year, man. I think they're gonna be throwing the ball all over the field for real. That's what I want to see. 2,000-yard receivers. Tight end doing well. Defense, I think the defense is going to surprisingly shock some people. And I don't even know the guys on the defense. But I do think they're going to surprisingly shock some people with what they got going on. But all of those are just words. We had to see what happens while they out there. Carlsbad. No, not Carlsbad. They be in Oxnard, California, out there training camp. So
yeah,
we just see how that all goes, man. But I think people have been sleeping on the Cowboys again this year. And when the season starts, when week 1 get here, because I think they open this. Do they open the season? I think they open the season in Philly.
Yep.
I think that's the season opener, right? So we gonna see if they can go in there and knock them off on they banner dropping. You feel me? Ring and the opening night of the season. They just won the championship. I know they're gonna be turned and hung over and all of that. We're going to see if Dallas Cowboys come in there and ruin all that shit. So we're going to see what type of season they on when that happens.
No, definitely going to see. Man, I thought football was next month. Shit, it's here. First, we got a game. We're going to go ahead and see teams reporting to camp. It's on. It is on and popping. But with that, everyone, we appreciate you obviously tuning in. Great, healthy segment here because we had missed my good brother Tony Lippett for some time. You guys have a great week, great weekend. Take them out, brother.
Hey, man, don't be afraid to chop all that shit off, man. You feel what I'm saying? Laugh, man. It's life, man. It grow back. It's vibe, you know. You feel what I'm saying? Drink y'all water, man. Stay out of trouble this summer, man. We here. We here now. It's long long season. It was a season like what, 6 months, 6, 7 months, all the way to February. God damn. We on all every week from here on out. So man, tune in, man. Keep tuning in. We're gonna gain some more people, more people, more people. We're going up this year. We're going up for 100,000 followers. So let's get it. We're gonna turn
And
up.
let's get it, man. I like
Drink
that a
that
lot.
water.
Drink the water, head on the swivel. Be a good person, man. We'll see y'all. Peace out. Until next week.